Search strategies. Searching in library databases is a little different than searching Google, since databases search a carefully curated set of information, rather than the whole of the internet. They rely heavily on keyword searching. An illustration of an article fades away to reveal a screenshot of a database record for an article titled Notes on a Haunting: How Science Can Explain Ghosts and Haunted Houses, written by Barry Murkowski. The record shows that the article was published in the journal Skeptic, Volume 26, Issue 2, in 2021. It also includes an abstract that starts, "This article reports on how science explains ghosts and haunted houses." For every item contained in the database, there is a record that includes metadata, or information about that article, like the title, the authors, the date of publication, and an abstract or summary. An icon of a magnifying glass and illustrations of a ghost in a house appear beside the article record. The illustrated ghosts and houses fly to different parts of the record where the words ghost and house appear. When the database searches for information, it looks for the keywords in all of the information for that article, and in the full text of the article if it's available. The first page of the article, Notes on a Haunting, pops up beside the database record. An illustrated ghost flies to the page close to where the word ghost appears. Databases search for every word that you put into the search box. The screen fades to show a recording of a search in the library database Academic Search Complete. The phrase, "How to tell if my house is haunted by a ghost," is typed into the search box and the search button is clicked. After a couple of seconds of thinking, the database returns to a screen saying that no results are available for this search. If you put a string of words in the search box, it will only return results that include all of the words in your search. This can leave you with no results, or you may miss out on other valuable articles that use different keywords. The sentence, "How to tell if my house is haunted by a ghost," appears on screen. Red lines are drawn under the words house, haunted, and ghost. To help you get the best results possible, it's important to limit your search to keywords, or the most important parts of your topic, and to consider how you combine these keywords in your search. To do this, let's take a look at the language the databases use, Boolean. Under the heading Boolean, the three operators appear, and, or, and not, written in all capital letters. Under and, a Venn diagram shows two circles overlapping in the center. The part where they overlap is filled in with red. Under or, another Venn diagram with two overlapping circles appears. Both circles are entirely filled in with red. Under not, a third Venn diagram appears with two overlapping circles. Only the part of the left circle where it doesn't overlap with the right circle is filled in with red. Boolean operators are words that communicate specific meaning to a computer, and we use them to create more specific and accurate searches. They let us combine our keywords in various ways to get different results. How do they work? Let's start with and. A large Venn diagram appears under the heading and. The diagram has three circles arranged so that they overlap slightly in the center. In the first circle, an illustration of a ghost appears. In the second circle, an illustration of a house. And in the third circle, an illustration of a trash can with a large red X. And is used to combine search terms and make your search more specific. Let's say that you're searching for information about how to remove a ghost from your house. If you were to search for just ghost, just house, or just remove, your search results would not get you the information that you want. The space at the very center of the circles, where all three overlap, is filled in with red. You need to combine these terms in a way where the results will touch on all of these topics together. This is what and is for. The Venn diagram fades away, and the illustrated search terms move into place, visually representing the search ghost and house and remove. By searching for ghost and house and remove, the database will return only information where all three of these topics are present, giving you a better chance of finding articles closer to your topic. The search page for Library's Discovery Search appears, and the words ghost, house, remove are typed into the search box. The words are then separated with a space in between them, and the operator and in all caps appears between each word, making the search ghost and house and remove. When you put two or more words together in a search box, the database puts an invisible and between them, unless you tell it otherwise. A large Venn diagram appears under the heading or. The diagram has three circles arranged so that they overlap slightly in the center. In the first circle, an illustration of a plain boxy house appears. In the second circle, an illustration of a home with cute bushes and windows. And in the third circle, an illustration of an office building with multiple floors. All three circles are completely filled in with red. Or widens your search. It means that you're willing to accept two terms as interchangeable. It's great to use with synonyms or words that have similar meanings.
The Venn diagram fades away and the illustrated search terms move into place, visually representing the search house or home or building.
So for our search, we might say house or home or building. All three of these words might be used to describe the same group, and different authors may have used different words in their articles.
A large Venn diagram appears under the heading Not. The diagram has two circles arranged so that they overlap in the center. In the first circle, an illustration of a ghost appears, and in the second circle, an illustration of a demon. The first circle is filled in with red, but only where it does not overlap with the second circle.
Not narrows your search by excluding things. In this example, you're pretty certain the ghost is friendly and not demonic. So you might want to exclude demons from your search.
The Venn diagram fades away, and the illustrated search terms move into place, visually representing the search ghost, not demon.
You could say ghost, not demon, to make sure that you're only getting results focusing on ghosts of the more friendly variety.
A large Venn diagram appears with three circles arranged so that they overlap slightly in the center. In the first circle, an illustration of a ghost appears. In the second circle, an illustration of a house, and in the third circle, an illustration of a demon. The space at the very center of the three circles, where all three overlap, is filled in with red.
You can also combine any or all of these terms to build a search string. So to find out more about having a ghost in your home, but avoid results about demons,
a search string with the words represented by illustrations appears. Ghost and house or home or building, not demon. Parentheses are around the section with house or home or building.
We could search ghost and house or home or building, not demon.
A simple algebra problem appears on screen and then falls away.
If it starts to sound like math, it is. But don't worry, the database handles the hard part. Just like in math equations, the order of operations apply.
A red box is drawn across the part of the search in parentheses, house or home or building.
Whatever's in the parentheses is done first.
The long search is moved to the top of the screen and a line is drawn under it. Additional searches appear on screen with the icons representing the words flying into place. Ghost and house, not demon. Ghost and home, not demon. Ghost and building, not demon. A red bracket is drawn, including all three of the smaller searches, showing that they are part of the larger search.
So in our example, the search actually looks for ghost and house, not demon, or ghost and home, not demon, or ghost and building, not demon, all at the same time. Using effective search strategies can save you time and get you the best results for your topic.
Visit the Lone Star College Library website for more information about library services. https://www.lonestar.edu/library